All right, here we go. This video I want to show you that, they're fighting over that land, Gaza, Israel, West Bank, all that area, trying to figure out what's going on and who owns it, really. I'm going to show you what I found. But look, this video right here is saying they already entered Rafah.
Israel's military move into southern Gaza and the last remaining Hamas stronghold of Rafah.
Listen, this war is spiritual.
So it looks like they went in already. So I'm sure they'll report more about it. But anyway, let's go back. So Palestine says it's theirs, the Hamas. Israel says, no, it's our land, blah, blah, blah. Hey, but look, if you go back into the Bible, it actually tells you whose land that is. If you go all the way back, you'll find out it's Cain's, Adam and Eve's son, Cain. He says that he went to east of the Garden of Eden. So when he left, wherever the Garden of Eden, then he went east, where he landed. Like there's even I found a map here. Like Phoenician, Hebrew, biblical. Okay, got a picture of it over here. Okay, so look, see, there's Philistine, Gaza, Mizraim. That's over there by Sinai area, whatever. Okay, so you even got Hebron, Jerusalem. What's another big one? Okay, there's Damascus right here, Antioch. Look, but it's interesting. Canaan, Aram. Look what I bet on that. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. So look, if you go there, if you go to Canaan, Phoenician, tells you all that stuff. Ancient Near East, Southern Levant. Canaan appears throughout the Bible. Promised Land. Okay, so hey, you know what's crazy? The 33 parallel right there. Okay, so, and we're in the 33 parallel, the U.S. Crazy. Okay, so let's see what else I found. Okay, so Gaza. What does it mean? It means strong. A-Z, to be strong. Okay. There are two towns with the name Gaza mentioned in the Bible, both situated in Israel. The lesser-known Gaza is a town in Ephraim. The famous Gaza is a Canaanite, later Philistine city conquered by Joshua. This Gaza was destroyed a few times by Alexander the Great and others, but constantly rebuilt. Arch hooligan Samson was once wooed Delilah there and hoisted the city gates. He picked up the gates off the Gaza and put it on a hill opposite of Hebron. The name Gaza is mentioned once in the New Testament. Angel instructs Philip to go on the road between Jerusalem to Gaza. Leaves out where Philip is supposed to end up. He's supposed to do there, but Philip goes anyway. Meets the Ethiopian treasurer service of Candace, converts him to Christ. Okay, so strong. Okay, but look at this. Look what else I found. Okay, so remember the Wizard of Oz? You're like, how does that got to do with anything? Okay, well, let me see what I found right here. Gaza, the name Gaza is the noun Oz. That Hebrew word. Made feminine with the letter he. For the meaning name Gaza. Okay, so I don't know. Was that movie directed to Gaza? Land of Oz? I don't know. And who's the wizard? Nah. I don't know. I have a guess. Let me see. Let me go here. Cain and Abel. Hey, if you put those words together, look what it sounds like. Cannibal. Cannibal. Cain and Abel. Okay, so he kills his brother. And, let's see, where's it at? This part right here. Look, even Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. And he says he's going to be a vagabond and all that stuff. And then God says, therefore whoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. So what kind of mark do people know when they see it not to mess with him? I believe, this is just my guess, God gave him leprosy. And people with leprosy still have they can still live and have kids. Crazy. Okay, anyway. Cain went out of the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. Okay, first, where's Eden? Okay. Is it type and shadow of Egypt? That would kind of make sense because he went east and went to where I actually think he ended up in Gaza. Cain built a city there, and the land of Nod. Nod, nobody knows where that's at. I have a guess. Nod. Look, if you nod, it's almost like an improvement. You say, "Hey, what's up?" or you say yes, an agreement. What if it's a covenant? Or maybe the word promise, like promised land. If anybody knows what that means. It's a hint there. Okay, so, and then Cain knew his wife. She conceived and bare Enoch. Okay, where did he find his wife? A lot of people goes, hey, where does wife come from? Remember if it was just him? And he killed the other brother? Some people say it was, well, there's a time frame, and there was other kids, so he could have been his other kids that Adam and Eve have. Maybe. I think it's other people there. I don't think that the Garden of Eden was just another starting point. I think the adversary had its own starting point, made his children. And let me see. Where do I show you that? If you go to Genesis, let me see. On the 6th day. Okay, so on the 6th day, let us make man our own image. Okay, let me see. Look, but this is the crazy part. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created him. Male and female created he them. So if you read that, you're like, oh, okay, he created a woman over there and a female there. Or you could read it as he created each individual as a male and female. We have those people today. Okay, because that's the 6th day. Okay, so if you go to Genesis 2, 7th day he rested. But then it talks about planting of the garden. What? I thought you already made man. And then you read here, he goes, planted, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Uh-oh. So what's going on here? I don't know. You can look at it because look, it says creation of man. Okay, he made it, put him in the Garden of Eden. I don't know. You can go. That's another story. But anyway, let's focus on Gaza. What did I find here? Mizraim. If you look at that map, it's right here. So that's that's Sinai. Sinai. I can't even say it. The area. So where is that? That's the son of Ham, son of Noah. Lower Egypt, Africa, and the Hamites of Canaan, and several others. There goes that Canaan again. Hey, but look, what's interesting, if you look at that map, look, it says Canaan, Aram. This was in 1815. But look, if you go, Saudi Arabia has their oil company. Look what it's called, Saudi Aramco. Is there any relation? I don't know. Sounds fishy. Okay, so let's go. Genesis, Lamech was 182. Not this guy. Oh, look, this is crazy. I didn't chase it, but it's interesting to go and see it. Lamech said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken to my speech, or have slain a man to my wounding, a young man to my hurt. Lamech said to his wives, I have slain a man for wounding me, a young man for bruising me. Like, what is that about? Okay, so if you go here, it said Lamech to his wives, look, he killed somebody for wounding him. What I found was interesting. Wounded me, let me see, wounded me, bruise. So somebody bruised him, wound him. It's a funny word that he used. Who is that? If you go to Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, let's go back, say. So the Lord God said to the serpent, he's not talking to a snake. He's talking to the Satan. Because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly and you will eat the dust all the days of your life. Who's he talking to? It has to be Satan. And on your belly you will eat dust of the day. What is he talking about? What dust? Hey, I got an idea. We're made out of dust. Dun, dun, dun. He's talking about us. He could be talking about physically eating us or spiritually eating us, like battle within our mind and plan and then eating whatever. It's all physical or spiritual. Could be both. I don't know. All right, so let's go to the next one. You know, they call it's Palestine. They keep going, it's Palestine, Palestine. Okay, here's what I found. Emperor Hadrian. This guy called that area over there Palestine because they had this revolt going on. Bar Kokhba revolt. Jews had a revolt. I think it was the last one they had. That's why they called it Palestine. He renamed it Palestine just because they were doing the revolt. He was mad at them. Like, watch. During the 2600 years, those who lived in what the Roman Emperor Hadrian renamed Palestine were known as Palestinians, including Christians, Jews, Muslims, and people of any ethnic or religious affiliation. Accordingly, Palestine did not describe any one ethnic or religious groups. AZ. Okay, so now, let me see, what did I find here? Look, Palestine, what does that mean? The word Palestine means Philistia. Who's Philistia? That's the Philistines. And who's the Philistines? Those are the ones that are always fighting Israel. Let's see. That goes back to David and Goliath. Okay, so, man, that story's still here. Philistines were a group of people, look at this, a group of people who migrated from southern Europe, or Greece, to the east coast of the Aegean Sea, area now held by Israel, Gaza, Lebanon, Syria. The region was called Canaan in early Middle Eastern history. The Philistines who settled there were seafaring, warlike people. Let's see. Map. The Aegean Sea. What does that mean? One place said it's let's see, waves. Sea goat. One said it was a sea goat. Okay. I like this one. The Turkish name for the sea is Ejdenzi, whatever. Like this says the Sea of Islands. Bunch of islands over there. Okay, so let's look. It's right here. See Aegean Sea right there, right in the middle. Okay, so it's over here by Greece, Turkey, Turkey, new name they changed, Bulgaria, Albania, all this over there. Okay. Look, here's the revolt the Jews did. I think this is the last one. Hadrian and the Third Roman Jewish War, 132-136. Jews of Judea. Okay, you can read this. Roman rule in Judea was not well received. They destroyed the Second Temple during the Roman siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD. Okay, and then man, they got them real mad because they also they erected a place of worship for Jupiter on Jerusalem's Temple Mount. Yeah, they got them real mad. Let's see what else. Oh, there's a revolt. Roman Empire. That's why he called it. That's why that emperor renamed it to Palestinian. So, Bar Kokhba revolt. So check that out. That's crazy. Okay, so where am I at? Adrian, there's this guy again. This guy, you guys know who he is. This is Adrian. This guy, the Roman Emperor. Let me see, what else did I find? Mesopotamia. Okay, the revolt. Early life. He couldn't have kids. Something was done. Or his wife or him, I don't know. But say he had a successor. Let's see. Here. What's that? I read he couldn't have kids. Bulls. Britannia in the west. In the east. Arch of Hadrian. That's a pagan thing going on. Where did I read it? Oh, here it goes. Arranging the succession. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. And of course I can't find it. Back. Born, burial. Dun, 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 dun. Remember the movie Gladiator? This guy. Oh, see, look, here it is. Hadrian's last years were marred by chronic illness. Oh, he was sick. His marriage had been both unhappy and childless. He adopted Antonius Pius, whatever, this guy, nominated him as a successor, and the condition that Antonius adopt Marcus Aurelius. Oh, see, there's a gladiator guy, and Lucius Verus, and as his own heirs. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's a gladiator movie. Okay, so yeah, that guy changed, renamed it Palestine. Where am I at? Where's my tabs go? Okay, here it is. Let's go. Alright, what do I get here? And walked Enoch with God, for he was not, for it took him God. Why did I look at this? I'm sorry. Let me keep going. Okay, so Cain, here's one note here. This one says possession or possessed. Eldest son of Adam and Eve. Hey, let me see, does it show it? Am I there yet? No, I'll tell you later. Okay, Cain, firstborn of the human race. Killed his brother Abel. Possession. Oh, a spear. Spear is another name for his name. Cain means. Let's go to the tab. I don't know, I was looking at it, but there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground, the dry land having been separated from waters. When it talks about vapor or mist, I don't think it's actually water. I think it's people. Let me just keep going. So yeah, he's talking about, any plant of the field before was on the earth, and the herb of the field before had grown or not had caused it to rain in the earth, and man was not to cultivate the ground. I don't think he's talking about water. I think it's people. But anyway, maybe. Oh, look. Another thing I found out. It says, when he was trying to get Moses, told Moses to go get those people out of Egypt. He wants them into the wilderness. He wants to get those people in the wilderness. Read this. This is crazy. All of this. It's a long rabbit hole. But anyway, Exodus chapter 7, verse 16. Then say to him, the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has sent me to say to you, let my people go, that they may worship me in the wilderness. But until now you have not listened. Okay, so you're like, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, well, let's look at it. Because he said, what did he say right here? See, my people, that they may serve me in the wilderness. You sure that's what it means? Serve me in the wilderness. He's saying that the Hebrews should be out in the wilderness serving Yahweh. Let's take a look what that says. Abad to work, serve. Not too bad. Works, serve, okay. Keep looking, you keep looking. Alright, so let's go to, did I pass it? Strong exhaustive concordance. Keep in bondage. Be a bondman, bond service, compelled, do, dress, ear. Transgress. Work, be wrought, worshipper. Bring to pass, husbandman, execute. Those words don't look good. Keep in bondage? I thought he wanted to free them. They went to one bondage into another. That's why I keep saying Yahweh. I don't think it's who everybody thinks it is. I don't know. You guys take a look. Read for yourself. Okay, so vapor. The scripture always talks about this vapor. I think it was Peter or Paul. I think it's Paul. He says we're just vapor. Look, gaseous phase of water. Okay. That goes back to that mist thing I was just reading. Anyway, Cain means acquired, craftsman, spear. Remember, he made that tool for farming. He was a farmer. So I think it was some kind of like hoe, like a pickaxe or something. I think that's how he killed his brother. Could have been a spear. Who knows? Hey, but look, he was the first murderer. And if you look the word murder, it's red rum. What's red rum made out of? Rum is made from a sugar cane. Isn't Cain the one that killed Abel? And it's whatever. I don't know. That's just something I saw. All right. Look. So Adam lived 930 years, right? Genesis 5:5. That's a funny number. Let's see. What does it say? 5:5. Altogether, Adam lived a total of 930 years, and then he died. Okay, so 5:5 is numeric value. 5:5, almost like 55 is numeric value of Satan. Weird. I don't know. Adam lived 930, so the crazy thing that I noticed is how long did Eve live? You won't find it in the Bible. It didn't say she died. And then there's people and goes, you got to be told she died. You sure he did? She died. Enoch doesn't say he died, and it said God took him. I don't know. You figure it out. Remember, where did Eve come from? She came from Adam, full grown. Man, that's crazy. Oh, look. So if you go, Adam lived 930 years. Why 930 years? Go to Strong Concordance. Look what that says in this is Greek. Torturer, one who tortures, a tormentor, jailer, tormentor. Man, that's crazy. Okay, so let's go to the Hebrew. It means behemoth, 930. Look, this thing says a water ox, hippopotamus. I don't know. It's crazy. Okay, so land of Canaan, division west of, where'd I get this? Okay, let's keep going. Okay, Canaan, dun dun dun, yep. Britannica, land of Canaan. Man, how many times I gotta put that up? Land of Nod. Okay. man, my notes are all over the place. Okay, so Nod. Okay, so this one, one place right here says, then Cain went away in the presence of the Lord and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. But look, it says Nod, saying it means exile, wandering, unrest. Who knows? I don't know. Let's keep going. But look at the word planet. Go look what planet means. Everybody's like, well, no, what's wrong with planet? Celestial body moving in an elliptical orbit around a star. Just think about that. A celestial body moving in an elliptical orbit around a star, the Earth. Celestial body distinguished from fixed stars having apparent motion. You know, you look at that word and just says planet, but man, look. Latin, it goes down to planetus, Greek planetus, whatever. Look what it means. Wanderer. That was Cain. But look, I like how this, if you read into it, a celestial body, who's that talking about? Moving in an elliptical orbit around a star. One of these is Satan and God's children and where we're at. I don't know. You can keep looking at that. It's another rabbit hole. Let's see. Let's go to the next one. Genesis 45:17. Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Tell your brothers, do this: load your animals and return to the land of Canaan." Man, look at that. That's Joseph going to Pharaoh. The land of Canaan. Where did he go? Where's That's Egypt. Pharaoh, yeah. Oh no. He was in Egypt. He went back to the land of Canaan. That's where his father was at. Oh, I got it backwards. Okay, so Numbers, and then when Moses sent them to explore Canaan, he said, "Go up there through the Negev and into the hill country." You'll hear on the news Israel goes, "Oh, Negev and Negev." That's that whole area. That whole everything that's going on there. You go back to Genesis, where what happened in the beginning is happening at the end. We're at the end. Okay, so Exodus. What is this? Oh man, look at this. This is crazy. Exodus chapter 6, verse 4. I also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan, where they reside as foreigners. 64 numeric value is Israel. That's crazy. Israel, the word Israel, numeric value 64. And so look, I established my covenant with them to give the land of Canaan. When Joshua went there with the army, there was already people there. Who was it? It was Cain's children. It's crazy. So there was people already there. Why go there? Okay, and so Joshua goes in there, kills them, and then they take over. But it was God that gave it to them. Hey, why couldn't God go, hey, there's nobody over here. Y'all can go live over here. There's nobody there. You don't have to fight anybody. No, he took them somewhere to fight somebody and to take it. But remember, it's supposedly it's God's land, I give whoever I want to it. It's true, though. Genesis 37, chapter 37, verse 1. Jacob lived in the land where his father had stayed, the land of Canaan. Look at that. It's all over the Bible. Okay, what is that? What I get here? Genesis chapter 17, verse 8. The whole land of Canaan, here we go, where you now reside as a foreigner, I will give as an eternal, everlasting possession to you and your descendants after you, and I will be their God. Oh, crap. So again, go to Hebrew. Who's talking? God, Elohim, 430. Why 430? 430, if you look it up, that's how long they were bondage in Egypt, 430 years. And it's Elohim. And you're like, no, they weren't. They weren't in bondage for 430 years. You want to bet? Look, it should just pop up right there. Oops, I forgot to put, I picked the wrong one. Let me see. Look at this. Exodus 12:41. At the end of 430 years, to the very day, all the Lord's divisions left Egypt. Ah, I thought I was wrong. No, I was right. Okay, so let's go to, look, 5112. Sure there's a hidden message in there. Oh, look, 511. Anyway, a nod, wandering, aimlessly fugitive, wandering. Did I get that? Let me click on this. What does this mean? Oh man, look at this. This throws flags right in my face. 5110, 511. There's that 511 again. To move to and fro, wander, flutter, show grief. You know who that is? Let's see. Bemoan, flee, get more, make, move, take pity, remove. Look, wandering, wave, vagabond. You guys don't know who that is? Look, watch, I'll show you. Well, I'm pretty sure I know who that is. Look, remember when that fight with Job and Satan and God? Look, the Lord said to Satan, where have you come? Satan answered, Lord, from roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth onto it. Okay, let's see what it says in Hebrew. Going to and fro. Ah, we just read it right here. Look, who's this? To move to and fro. Nod. That's crazy. Okay. John 18, verse 36. Okay, Jesus said, oh, look. Jesus said, my kingdom is not of this world. If it were, my servants would fight to prevent my arrest by the Jewish leaders, but now my kingdom is from another place. Even Jesus said, he goes, man, this ain't my hood. Man, you guys are crazy. I don't live here. And look, even 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4, the God of this age has blinded the minds of the unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. Look, it even tells you the God of this age. Even Paul's telling you the God of this age, the God that this is his dominion, his kingdom. Can't see. He's blinded you. And even, like I said, go back to John 18:36. He goes, my kingdom is not of this world. It is crazy. He tells you. Nobody's listening. Okay. Okay, so May 14, 2024 wasn't the rapture date. So I thought we were leaving this. Yeah, this is a high year rapture watch, but let's take a look. And go back to September 23rd, 2017. I think that's when the clock started, if we go by that time. And it ends this September 23rd, 2024. That's 7 years. If you go to Joseph and when he was in Egypt with the Pharaoh had dreams, and he was trying to figure out what it was about. And Joseph showed him and goes, I know what the dream's about. You're going to have 7 years of plenty, and then you're going to have 7 years of famine. Well, we're coming up to the ends. If you go to the grocery stores, you'll know famine's coming. Everything's expensive. We're at the door of it. Okay, so let's see. It's 30 years old. It's dead before Pharaoh. Yeah, okay, so 7 years of plenty, and then the famine begins. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so here's the map. Egypt, Jordan, Gaza right there. Hey, but look, if you look at the map, the way Israel looks like, what does it look like? Looks like a blade to me. I don't know. Alright, let me see this. Oh, it's my last tab. You're like, what is this? Okay, so I used to play a game years ago. Man, talking forever. Anyway, this is an old game. So it was around Europe and the Middle East. It's only showing a piece of the game right here, but it's a whole map. And what's interesting about this is, you start small town, then you build up, you get castles, knights, and then there's the Muslims. There's even over here in the corner, Israel. It's called Palestine in the game though. And then anyway, you build your armies and you start going after other countries. So you move all your pieces, push this button right here. It says end year, and then the computer calculates what it moves. So you're fighting the computer on your own, and then blah blah blah. Anyway, the point is, my whole army, I conquered everything. Everything was under my control. I had it. But the thing about it was, right here it says Florence. I guess that was the money system. I kept losing money every year because it takes so much to keep the armies and the buildings and the economy of the whole world. I kept seeing my money go down. It was in the red at one point. It said negative something, negative million, whatever. And so what happens is you start getting revolts. Like the armies will come after you inside your own city. And so the revolts will come. So now you got to fight them, and you're losing money. And so it mimics where we're at. This is it. When I see what's going on in the real world, it looks like the game. So what do? How do you fix it? Because they're just going to keep going revolts. You're losing money. And I think they're going to do what I did. I just started a new game. I started over. That's why they call it the Great Reset. That's what I would call it. I call it, I'm going to start over. But yeah, you start all over. We play it again well, for them it'll be a new money system, but for me, I'll just start a new game. I'll play a different race or whatever. But that's what I'm looking at. When I'm looking around, I'm going, man, they're going to reset everything. They're going to start over. I don't know. Oh yeah, let me show you something before I leave. Let me say again, the life mimics a video game. It's so crazy. From my eyes, I see it. But let's see. I'm going to go into Photoshop real quick. I made this picture. It's a type of shadow of how I see myself and others that study. And let me see. Here it goes. It's taking a sweet time. Okay, so here's a beginner level. Okay, so right here in this guy. So you read the Bible. Just whatever. You're right here. You're on the beach, right by the water. Your feet are a little wet. Okay, middle level study Bible person. That guy's, probably waist, maybe even chest high. It's pretty, reading pretty good, studying it. Okay, guess where I'm at? Let me zoom in. Okay, let me keep zooming. Okay, there I am. And what are these guys? These are sharks. I should probably go back. Okay, so yeah, I'm way out there. Especially when I do deep studies. Man, I get so far. I don't even know how I got there. I'm like, how'd I get here? I go, got like 40 tabs open up, and I'm like, man, I've gone too far. I chased that rabbit. But yeah, I was just gonna show you that. Okay, well, I'm going to bed. All right, peace. Bye.